swear you'd lose your boots if your toes weren't crooked.
Okay, let's backtrack. When was the last time either of you saw the lease?
In our hotel room in Vanderhoof 5 years ago.
And then?
And then the grazing inspector signed it, and Rich took it.
What did you do with it then?
Put it in my coat pocket.
Did you take the papers to the bank? File them for safekeeping?
Hell no. We went down to Bob's and bought around in the house.
You went on a bender?
We had just signed a lease for the grazing rights of the largest cattle company in North America.
The celebration was in order.
History in the making.
And now you can't remember anymore.
Oh, it's probably in this old shoebox with the land titles.
We have 3 weeks until the grazing commissioner comes for an inspection.
What's he gonna inspect?
He's gonna make sure the cattle aren't dancing the flamenco instead of grazing.
He's checking to see that we've made land improvements. It would be nice to know what you two agreed to.
Ah, found it. Oh, no. These are just the checks.
Checks?
Yeah, see? Paid New Cola-Callo $66 and no cents. Wages, less $12.50 Cal Brewster Poker.
Old LaCalla. Couldn't win playing strip poker in a nudist camp.
Let me find it.
You don't know what it looks like.
Let me guess. It's on white paper, yellowed with age, stained with water, tobacco, a few splashes of beer, maybe whiskey, crinkled from being stowed in your jacket pocket, and probably singed from where you read it by the campfire.
That sounds about right.
I have a system here, all right?
I won't disturb it.
Oh, let her look. She can tidy up while she's about it.
Surely you have better things to do.
You know what occurs to me? That if Gloria handled the paperwork and bean counting, that would leave you and I free to perform other tasks for which we are eminently more suited.
Riding the range, exploring the backcountry, wild horse hunting.
From each according to its abilities, to
There you
each.
are. I found the lease in the flower tin,
Oh, that's it.
along with our marriage certificate.
Yeah, I was just remarking that you display a remarkable aptitude for the bureaucratic functions on this ranch.
You mean bean counting and paperwork?
I don't mind doing it.
Yeah, but Gloria's good at it.
You know, if I took care of the administrative duties, it would free you two up for outdoor work.
Tasks for which we are
Eminently more suited.
And I happen to have one that requires a fair amount of trail savvy, knowledge of the terrain, bushwhacking.
our areas of expertise, I think it's safe to say.
Okay, it's a deal.
Hold it. What's the job exactly?
Clear a road from Vanderhoof.
Richmond P. Hobson Jr., Panhandle Phillips, and Gloria McIntosh Hobson were real people. And for a short period of time, in the wilderness halfway between Vancouver and the Yukon, they worked to carve out the largest cattle ranch in the world. That part is true.
It's impossible.
The Frontier Cattle Company agrees to establish a vehicular right-of-way to the nearest market.
We did. We cut a trail from Vanderhoof.
A vehicular right-of-way.
A vehicle could be anything. A wagon, a travois.
A unicycle?
You know, I knew we shouldn't let her do the bean counting. Every time she gets a piece of paper in her hand, we get into trouble.
If we don't build it, the commissioner could take away our grazing rights.
The government would be crazy to pull our lease. We're paying him for land that's laying fallow.
It'd be going to waste if we weren't using it.
What if somebody else wanted it?
Like who? There's only 14 people in the whole territory.
Rupert Mowat.
For what? For pigs?
For spite.
We had a tough enough time cutting a trail through here. A road would be.
Pointless. A truck couldn't make it up the mountain.
You told me that you drove here through Williams Lake.
Sure, but that road goes to Tatla Lake.
It's hardly what I'd call a road. It's more of a swamp-mired excuse for a wagon path.
Kind of what I liked about it.
Remember? It almost killed the bloater.
What's a bloater?
Not a bloater. The bloater.
This old beater the Pan brought up from Wyoming.
That old beater made it across the border, up the Fraser Canyon, all the way to Tatla Lake.
Humping and wheezing and coughing the whole way like an old milk cow.
2 days through spruce jungle, mosquito-infested swamps, and those deep pits from the old longhouses.
Country's so rough, even the natives pulled out.
That's when I realized we'd found the right place.
You're right. It'd be crazy to build a road to Vanderhoof.
Exactly.
We could build one to Tatla Lake.
What?
Well, there's a store there, which constitutes a market, and a road already built halfway. Where did you park the truck?
Gloria!
You know, I never thought of that. Maybe somebody ought to take a ride up there. Take a look.
You and me?
And Gloria.
Great. We'll leave first thing in the morning.
Did some slit-eyed coyote sneak in here and snatch your brains?
You are not going to change her mind by talking. Take her out, show her the country, let her see for herself. It's a crazy idea.
I suppose a miracle could happen.
What are you lugging that thing around for?
Gloria's making a film to show the investors.
Oh, you mean Eddie Bye? When you tell me. Oh, what a shame.
Just try to look like you know what you're doing.
Some of those mud holes go down 15, 20 feet deep. The spruce jungle goes on for miles.
Taming the virgin wilderness. This'll look great.
It's a whole lot of cutting.
We could use the logs to fill the mud holes.
Even if you could cut through 55 miles of forest and bog,
There's meadows and clearings. We don't have to cut through those.
you'd be ruining it.
What?
This, the wild, the wilderness.
This isn't the Alaska Highway.
It's a road which gets on a map. People follow it, set up camp. They settle in. Before you know it, there's churches, schools, picket fences, fat gutted men selling life insurance.
We have to build a right-of-way. It's a condition of our lease.
I didn't come across the continent to jump through hoops for some pasty-faced bureaucrat.
This isn't a hoop. It is a clause in a binding legal agreement. Or did you have something against laws, too?
I do. They're a substitute for common decency. As soon as you make them, people don't bother to think about what's right, just think it's enough to do what the law says.
Tell me, Reverend Phillips, how are we going to raise the cattle if we lose the grazing rights?
If this inspector actually shows up, which I doubt he will, we point out the obvious. There isn't one devilish heap of 10 bolts that could make it across this country.
The bloater.
Used to be a meat truck.
Now it's a post office.
Well, spark plugs are corroded. Most of the oil's drained out. It's a miracle the tires aren't flat.
Try it.
Be my guest.
Battery's dead. You'll have to try the crank.
Out of gas.
So let's get some.
All right, the nearest gas station is Tatla Lake. That's 75 miles that way.
Well, somebody around here must have some.
Gloria, even if we could get some gas, we don't have the equipment to build a road.
We'll borrow it.
From who?
We haven't seen a soul in 40 miles.
Except maybe Bert.
Bert?
Slept late this morning. Didn't get a wink all night with the cold.
You living here now, Bert?
3 weeks now, while my brother stakes a claim on the Dean.
You boys mining now?
Bill's idea.
We were planning on taking it.
But, you know, if you have taken up residence,
It's not a residence. It's a truck.
Tell that to Bert.
It isn't his.
Sure it is. It's squatter's rights.
Cab makes a dandy bunk. Dry, high up. Chill from the ground, that's how you get arthritis.
Wow, that's quite a tear there in your bedroll.
Don't I know it? Sends a draft right up my kahuli.
Now, we don't need to know the details.
I'll trade you mine in exchange for putting you out of your campsite.
Well, I don't know. Starting to feel right cozy once I cleaned out the muskrats.
Once you get your claim settled, Rich and Pan would be happy to help you put up a cabin with a nice, dry floor.
We would?
You know, pine boughs. You put some pine boughs in there, makes a dandy mattress.
I'll take the floor. Oh, say, you need any supplies? Huh? Pickaxe, shovel?
You know, Bert, we just have nothing to trade for it.
Well, we'll call it a loan. My horse ran off. I'll be darned if I'm going to pack it out on foot.
Oh, you would happen to have any gas around?
Jimmy Two Noses might. He just passed from Tatla Lake.
Now, Gloria, you can't go asking Jimmy for gas.
Sure I can.
He won't have any.
The gas is for my cousin Leon. He's making me a saddle.
Well, what's wrong with yours?
The kennel's too high. Rub the hole right through my long johns. What do you want with the road?
So we can drive from Tatla Lake to our ranch.
You've got a nice one.
Nice what?
Saddle. What is that?
Well, that's a movie camera. Like Tom Mix. The Lone Ranger?
Tonto?
You know, make a movie of you. Trade you for the gas.
A movie and a saddle.
How about those beautiful saddlebags instead? You can move around, you know? Smile. He had gas. Can you believe it?
Somehow, I can.
5 gallons. Enough to get us back to the ranch. And maybe even to town again.
What happened to your saddle?
Nothing. It's all falling into place. Loader runs. We've got tools, gas.
No. We are not building a road.
Rich?
I think we should ask the grazing commissioner for an extension. It's just too big to take on.
It's never stopped you before.
The herd's grown so big, I mean, we can barely keep up as it is.
A road could help. I mean, we could haul in supplies and equipment in a quarter of the time it takes right now.
You want to build a road so you can go shopping?
We don't have the manpower.
Save us manpower. We could truck the cattle to market instead of driving them. I mean, that would take days instead of weeks.
You do away with the roundup, you might as well be growing asparagus.
Just because you're still back in the 1800s, does that mean the ranch has to be?
Look, I'm not saying never.
I am. Never. Never. N-E-V-E-R. Never. No.
Well, we're equal partners. We each have a vote.
You can vote all you like, but this is the last frontier on the continent, and I intend to keep it that way.
We don't need him. You can mark trail and I could clear the path.
For 50 miles.
We're on his side?
No, but I can see his point.
Which is...
Roads bring cars. Cars drive away horses. No horses, no cows, no cows, no cowboys. Is that what you really want?
No.
I didn't think so. Come on, come warm up your kahuli.
All the stumble-footed, wall-eyed, dim-witted stunts I have ever seen.
What?
The horses ran off.
What spooked them?
How the hell should I know? All I found were 3 sets of hobbles and tracks heading north.
Back to the ranch.
Without us on their backs.
Gee. Lucky thing I got us the gas.
Sure you didn't go back and fix anything on those hobbles?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Couldn't just slip off by themselves. I tied them.
Well, is it remotely possible you made a mistake?
No, it isn't. No.
Here you go.
What do I want this for?
You're marking the trail.
I'm not building a road.
No, you're not. You're using your superior intellect and your unchallenged knowledge of the terrain to find us the shortest route home.
No, I'm not.
Look, let Gloria spend half a day hauling the bloater across country and she'll realize how impossible it is.
We should be tracking those horses.
We'll be home before we ever catch up to them. Remember, you get to witness the miracle of Gloria changing her mind.
That woman wouldn't know a crazy idea if it wore red knickers and spit at her.
Put your hands on there.
Like this?
There you go. Yeah, that's it. I don't think this is gonna impress Andy By.
This is for my private collection.
Working hard?
How far did you get?
As far as you're gonna get.
We can't stop now. There's 2 or 3 hours of daylight left.
Well, you can keep going if you want. I'm beat. Canteen's empty.
The person who empties it fills it. That's the rule.
You got any grub?
Feed yourself.
I'm not the cook.
No, you're just the sulky little spoil sport.
You know, grub's not a bad idea right about now. Gloria, care to help me?
Why are you giving in to him?
Look, Pan's gotten roped into doing something he can't stand the thought of. So let him blow. All right? Once he cools off and he sees that we're making it work, he'll think it was his idea and he'll pitch in.
Have some coffee.
What's the matter?
Grounds haven't settled. Poured it too soon.
I love the smell of a pine wood fire.
Skunk.
time to turn in. Nothing like mountain air and a hard day's work to make you sleep like a baby.
Yeah. Too bad you're on watch.
Watch for what?
Cougars, wolves, bears, take your pick.
We've never had to keep watch before.
Before, we had horses.
They smell a predator, start milling about. Sounds off the alarm.
Doesn't matter to me, though. I'm sleeping in the truck.
Is Pan just having fun with us?
Hard to say. All right, well, you better get some rest. I'll take the first watch.
Thank you. What was that?
Come on, slug of heads. The sun's over the mountains.
What are you doing?
Trying to drive this road of yours.
Can't. The terrain's too rough.
Oh, the bloater will sail over this. It's got clearance like a standard bred.
He wouldn't.
He just did.
You know, you really ought to clear these stumps up before you start calling this a road.
I liked mining. 6 months, and we didn't find a single nugget. You traded it all for a bedroll, cut our losses. All of it? The picks, the shovels, the Gladstone bag? What Gladstone bag? The one with the dynamite and the blasting caps?
What did I tell you?
This is great.
Okay, stop.
What now?
Stop!
You want me to stop now?
No!
If you insist.
We can't cross here.
Not unless we build a bridge.
Why'd you bring us here? There's another bridge further upstream.
Not anymore.
Well, it was there when we came out.
Must have been a flash flood.
Where are you going?
Markmore Trail.
There. That'll do it.
Thank heaven. I thought my feet were going to turn into ice blocks and fall right off.
There's a blanket in the bloater.
Found a meadow on the other side. Goes on for about a mile.
What about cutting back to the horse trail?
Oh, this way shorter. Unless you want to hack through half a mile of swamp and pine.
No, I don't.
All right.
Job's hard enough without you adding to it.
I'm not.
Oh, yeah? What about the bridge?
What about the bridge?
That was no flash flood. Why don't you show me this route of yours?
Okay. All right. Here. This creek here flows into the Dean back there. There's some old growth on that side. Cattle ate the underbrush. So if we head south, then...
Right into that swamp.
No, the swamp stops here.
No, it goes to there.
It stops.
It doesn't.
It does.
Look!
There's nothing there.
That's the point. Uncharted territory. Until we start banging highways in, of course, then there'll be gas stations and soda fountains and places to buy postcards and little rest stops for the kiddies. In fact, I can't wait to get started.
Hey, who says you get to drive all the time?
I haven't finished my turn.
Well, who says your turn's first?
Okay, we'll draw for it. Shortest stick drives. Oh, guess I drive.
Wait, I didn't see your stick.
Well, you two had the longer one, so mine had to be the shorter one.
I didn't see the stick.
Look for yourself.
I thought he said he would come around.
I may have miscalculated.
So, you two kids enjoying your holiday?
Tell me! What part did you miscalculate?
How far the man is willing to go for a joke? Lug nuts? That ain't all that's left of them.
There'd at least be some ashes, don't you think?
Best keep looking.
What are you doing?
What do you think?
Women, no self-control.
What about this shortcut?
What about it?
Oh, where to now?
Straight across that hill.
That solid bush over there.
Well, I guess we better start clearing then.
That's the wrong direction.
All right, straight down. Stick it in neutral and go straight down.
Too dangerous. We'll have to traverse it.
No, that'll use time and gas we don't have.
We? Since when are you on our side?
Well, I didn't know we picked sides, partner.
I'm driving.
All right, not so fast.
What was that?
Nothing, nothing. All right, turn now, all around.
All right, not too sharp, nice and wide.
I know, I know.
Okay, slow down, get ready to turn again.
Up in the tree!
Okay, turn.
I can't!
What do you mean you can't?
I can't turn!
Well, now we know what's wrong. That's what happens when you don't maintain your vehicle. How's the wheel?
Oh, fine. Except for this. Scratches from a lug wrench.
Somebody changed a tire recently.
The truck hasn't moved in 5 years.
So what are you saying?
Somebody loosened the lugs.
Well, who'd do a thing like that?
What, could hazard a guess?
You are not suggesting that I had anything to do with...
You see anyone else around here?
Now, why would I do something like that?
The same reason you got us stuck in that mud hole. The same reason you cut the supports on the bridge. Because you are trying to sabotage this whole road idea.
I don't need to sabotage anything. This whole thing is an exercise in vanity.
Vanity? You accusing me of vanity?
Indulging your wife to the point of criminal negligence.
Negligence? You almost got us killed with this harebrained stunt.
You jimmied my hobble so my horses ran off.
I never went near your horses. You didn't tie them properly.
Stop it, both of you.
Or you don't mix it.
Yeah, it's a private fight.
I did it.
You did what?
I let the horses go.
What? You aren't smart enough.
Sure she is.
It was the only way I could get you two to do this.
You tricked us?
You do it all the time. Telling me how to play Pan, telling Pan how to play me.
I was just trying to help us all get along so we could do
I
this.
thought you were trying to scare Gloria off.
I knew it. You were playing both of us.
Yeah, you're both lunatics.
All of this? Just to make me quit?
Gloria, you just won't listen to reason.
A reason, according to Pan Phillips. There's an oxymoron.
Let's leave the livestock out of this.
I didn't say ox, you moron.
Went to a floozy bar and drank a quart of whiskey.
What stories did you tell her?
Look, if you knew I was going along with this to scare you off, then it doesn't really count, because you weren't deceived.
You didn't know that I knew, which means it does count.
Well, you tricked us, too.
There's that word again.
What?
Us. Except that it always means you and Pan. I'm the fifth wheel.
That's malarkey.
Tell me, Rich, honestly, if the idea to build a road had been Pan's, would you have taken it more seriously?
You're an equal partner.
The only part I get is the part you two don't want. You don't think that Pan really tried to sabotage the track, do you?
Who else?
Someone's shooting up the bloater!
Pan's in there!
Wait!
Oh.
What are you doing here? We came to get the What? Dynamite!
Get out where they can see, you double-crossing lousy excuse for a marksman. Chief Two-Noses here did not approve of the road. I do not fault him for that. So he tried to obstruct that road. I do not fault him for that. But then he attempted destruction of my personal property and my personal self. For that I do fault him. Grievously.
We'll be off now.
Pan, put the gun down.
A blow for a blow, a wound for a wound, a life for a life. That's the Nechako way.
You're not Chaco.
I'm Christian.
Good luck to both of you.
Oh, Before I kill you, I want you to explain to my partners here how you knocked down the bridge and loosened the lug nuts.
I knocked down the bridge, loosened the lug nuts.
Thank you.
Stop!
Oh, Pan, she's right. You can't just kill a man in cold blood.
He tried to kill me?
What bachelor sleeps in a truck?
It was an honest mistake.
Yeah, he just killed your truck.
An eye for an eye, and a wound for a wound.
How about an equivalent?
Don't have a truck.
Well then, you know that engine over there was 16 horsepower.
16 horses? Showed me.
Got your saddle back.
Thanks. Pen, building that road was a crazy idea. I should have listened when you said we couldn't do it. I'm sorry.
You know, the road isn't such a bad idea after all. I mean, we almost made it even without it.
You think he'll forgive me?
Panhandle Phillips. The man holds a grudge like a white suit holds red wine. Come on, let's get some more shut-eye before we hit the trail.
Well, I swear, I never saw two people so eager to lay down on the job. We got a truck to drive.
The truck won't drive. It won't even run anymore.
Well, that's why we let the horses pull the truck back to the ranch.
What for?
I swear, you are witless at this time of day, aren't you? When the grazing inspector sees a truck, he will assume there is a road.
If he's blind and senile.
Well, we are talking government here.
This is ridiculous.
We can give it a try.
I'd say you're outvoted. I'm just making a record of the epic journey.
This isn't an epic journey. This is a chiseling, half-baked cheat.
Oh, now who's a sulky little spoil sport?
I could throttle you with my bare hands.
You'll have to catch me first.
Get back here!
Take a walk.
I'll take a walk.
Let go of me!
You gonna hit him anymore?
Okay.
Oh, what's that for?
For siding with him!
You wanted a road. We're giving you a damn road.
No, you aren't. You're punishing me for daring just once to have an idea.
What does that have to do with it?
Why then?
We're finishing what we started.
By driving a truck that doesn't even work down a road that doesn't exist?
If you wanted to quit, you should have done it a week ago.
A week ago it was possible. Now we're just pretending. A week ago it was possible. Now we're just pretending.
I don't want to have to lie to the inspector. I set out to do something, and now I'm gonna finish it. Whatever it takes.
This is absurd.
You dealt the cards. This is the hand you get. And if you don't want to play along, then go home.
are you undoing the harness?
No brakes left.
Horses won't be able to keep ahead of the truck.
Wait,
Gloria, we have to finish.
what we started. I know. But when you crash at the bottom, I'm gonna need something to send to your mother.
Just the one corral.
And the pastures up by the barn.
And what about the land improvements?
We've put 300 acres under cultivation.
Cultivation. This is a grazing lease.
Hay and pasture.
I rode the trail south from Vanderhoof. You haven't built a road yet.
Sure we did. North from Anaheim.
Anaheim?
It's the nearest market.
You know, I can ride out and check, you know.
No need to. We got proof. Photographic evidence.
I'd like to see that.
We'll get the film back in a few weeks.
So you don't have proof?
Oh, yes, we do. Right this way, my good man.
What is that?
That's the bloater.
The barbecued bloater.
Drove it up last week.
Misleading statements to the grazing commissioner constitute fraud, Mr. Phillips.
I would swear it in a court of law.
That thing won't even start. Doesn't run.
That just needs a little gas.
Do you have gas?
We do. There's a gallon in the storage shed.
There you go. It's only 6 hours to Tatla Lake.
It'll save you hours and days of riding.
Tatla's out of my way.
I'll drive.
I'll get the gas.
Wait till you see this baby sail over the gullies.
That won't be necessary.
Oh, are you sure?
I don't have time for joy riding.
What about our lease?
You seem to have fulfilled your obligations.
Well, here you go. I guess miracles do happen.
There's a handsome devil. Nice job, cowboy.
Cowboy?
Gloria helped a bit, too.
I can't see her in the pictures.
I had to edit some parts.
Hey, where am I?
Now that's what I call a partnership.
Oh,
Hey, there you are, Jimmy.
What's wrong with my nose?
Nothing. You look just like Chief Thundercloud.
And this will be the wildlife portion of the show.
Aha!